I know you've got a lot of some tips and techniques and, a whole process that you take folks through. Would you be willing to share an example of something that you might coach and train someone as one of your clients on this new CEO role?
Yeah. So you mentioned my coaching foundations are in fearless living and positive intelligence, and I've woven them together in certain ways and certain things that I teach, either
Hmm.
inside my program or one-on-one coaching, or also through my podcast. So the things will pop up here and there. Um, and I'll share what's coming to mind is I recently had a gentleman join my Busy to Balance program who is also a business owner. And just last weekend, he was in getting going in the first module because it's got some videos on online course with some live monthly calls with me. But he was watching a video and then commenting below, and he shared about one of the exercises inside the program, which sometimes I share here and there too. So that's coming to mind because it was literally, he said, "This is great. I'm excited to try this out." It's super simple. And to work to rewire your brain, it does not have to be complicated. And that's what I love about everything that I've learned and that I help people with is, and as my dad would always say, keep it simple, Santillie was a
Ah, I
reminder
love
to
that.
me,
I
was
love
a
that. The
reminder to
the
me.
the true KISS method.
Exactly. Yeah. My family's KISS method was pulling in our name. And because I would tend to try to complicate things at times throughout my younger years and even, well, and I still do occasionally, but anyway, so simple here. This is from positive intelligence, and positive intelligence quotient becomes PQ, like
Okay.
IQ, EQ,
Yep.
PQ. Okay. So they
Yeah.
refer to these as PQ reps. So all it is you focus on one of your senses, super, 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 super focus on just one sense for at least 20 seconds. And it's what it can do is it can get in positive intelligence, they talk about the saboteurs, like we've got these inner saboteurs. Think about the voices in your head, this or the thoughts or the things that it's like our superpowers that get, but when they get triggered, they become our worst enemy.
Hmm.
So the hyperachiever, the hypervigilant, the restless, the people pleaser, some of these things. So to get those, and also we can think of this as the underlying fear that's controlling us too. To get that to quiet down, we need to like activate what we call the sage, or in fearless living, the freedom side of us. And basically, we're talking about the calmer, more grounded part of us. It's a lot in the right brain, bringing that
Hmm.
online. So focus on one sense. So for example, if you're watching the video, if you rub two fingers together, and if you were to close your eyes right now and do that, and you focus on the feeling of your fingertips rubbing against each other such that you're trying to actually feel and identify your fingerprints, the actual fingerprints in your skin, you get that focused for at least 20 seconds. If you can go a little longer, then go longer. But that's an example of the sense of touch. And you could even do that while on a Zoom call. You could have that in your lap. You could keep your eyes open and you could just try to bring presence to yourself. There's other ways you can focus on sense of touch. You can rub one hand down the other really slowly. You can focus on, where just feeling like where your butt in your chair, different things. And every person's different on what appeals to them the most. I personally love sound a lot. So most of the time, except it's a little hotter day here, so I just shut my door, but I have a door to the outside and I've got bird feeders outside my home office.
Mm,
So I will
nice.
listen to the birds, and just having that sound on, or occasionally just focusing on it, or really shutting my eyes and focusing on it. But that's actually even been science. All of these root back in science, for sure, about the focus and the senses, and birds specifically too. There's a whole separate study just specifically about birds. Just side note, it doesn't have to be real live birds outside your door. If you're in a city or something, you can actually pull up a video and listen to them. Shut your eyes if you want to get like really honed in. Again, like 20 seconds. You can do this with sight. You can do this with taste and with smell. Have you ever watched somebody eat who looks like they are eating something different than you? And
Hmm.
my grandfather was like that. Like we would just watch him and be like, you seem to have like a decadent meal. Something is happening because he was so in the moment when he ate, the expression on his face. So that is what I think of when I think about savoring my food, because most of the time we're just scarfing stuff down or eating while we're doing something. Anytime you can bring more presence and focus with any one of your senses for at least 20 seconds, there's literally been, like if you were to see a brain scan, you'd see that things change for the better, in the sense that it's going to ground you and center you and calm you. You're going to make better decisions. You're going to be more effective in your whole life. You're going to be a better communicator, all of these things.